Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, good day, everybody. My name is Chris, and welcome to Motivation Monday. You might be thinking, oh my goodness, where is Chris sitting right now? Looks like he's sitting in a box. I'm sitting in the dark. We have got load shedding yet again here in Johannesburg, South Africa. I think yesterday we were off for 24 hours with no power, only 2 hours on today. So quickly plugged everything in and just got enough power to get Motivation Monday. So I made sure that I wasn't on my phone, I wasn't on my laptop. I tried my best not to get back to anybody or any messages, just to conserve power. So we do what we have to do. We make a plan to show up, and that's what we've done. We're here tonight on Monday night. And boy, oh boy, am I excited for tonight. We've got a lineup for you guys. I can see Stephen smiling there. We've got Stephen and Vinesh on tonight. They own a company called the Yin Yang of Sales. And I've had the honor and the privilege of knowing Stephen and Vinesh for just over 10 years now, just on a decade. And I saw Stephen and Vinesh, I think it was about probably 5 years ago, before COVID. We talk about BC, and I saw them live at a seminar talking to people. And let me tell you what, halfway through, I was sitting there going, these dudes are hectic, with like a capital H hectic. A very different way of bringing a universal message across. But what I love so much about Stephen and Vinesh, they don't sugarcoat things. You've heard the saying before, calling a spade, and I love how direct they are. I don't know if anybody knows of the billionaire in the USA called Dan Penner. You've ever heard of Dan Penner? He's got a concept called getting hard, not being a snowflake. What is a snowflake? Let me tell you something. Go to YouTube, and it's not for the faint-hearted. Let me tell you, it's SNLV18. Okay, another level. Okay, Stephen and Vinesh aren't there, but let me tell you, we're in for a treat. And what Stephen and Vinesh do is they take you out of your comfort zone, and you see things in a very different light. And today we live in a very different world, and people are very sensitive. And in this world that we're living in today, I don't like the saying, but it's the truth. It's a dog eat dog world out there, and you either wake up in the morning and you're either hunting or you are the hunted. So either way, you've got to wake up in the morning and you've got to get your ass into gear, and you've got to run. You've got to run to get your food, or you've got to run away to not get eaten for the day. And that is the world that we live in today. And we need to basically harden up a little bit. I'm not saying don't have any compassion. I'm not saying be rude. I'm just saying that we've got to have a bit more of a thick skin in the way of what are we dealing with today. Everybody has been kicked out of their uncomfortable comfort zones in a big way. People are starting to realize there's no such thing as security of a job. Those days are out the window. So what started to happen is, if you look at what happened with the pandemic, the way that the world changed is we've needed to start to become self-reliant. We've needed to become reliant on ourselves to make things happen. Where in the past, we always spoke about, have you got a plan B in place? And you've always got to have a side hustle, because nothing is guaranteed today. And what has happened is a lot of people have been caught with their pants down, because when we were talking about this, 3-4 years ago, do you have your side hustle in place? No, I'm fine. I've got my job. My boss is going to look after me. I've been working for this company for 30 years. Guess what? That same company closed down. And, I come from the toy industry, and I've had my own successful international business, children's toy company, for the last decade. And those customers that I used to have that have been in business for 30, 40 years, I'm talking generational businesses. Guess what, guys? Doors closed. And that's the reality. And this is where we've had to start becoming sort of self-reliant. And not only self-reliant, we've had to go back to basics in the way of our roots from an Ubuntu and a community point of view. Because this is the new earth economy that we're dealing with right now. This is all about people helping each other, people working together. And this is where we're going back to basics. Let me tell you something. During what the world had gone through the last 2 years, one beautiful thing that I saw coming out of it was community. There's always something good that comes out of bad. And I saw how people stood up together and were helping each other in the form of communities. And that's something absolutely beautiful. And this is what has carried through. This is what's started to happen now. And this is where GL was birthed at exactly the right time. The timing was impeccable. It was divinely orchestrated, the timing of GL, because this is where people across the globe are coming together with one vision, one goal, one dream, to help each other and to help ourselves all at the same time. Because yes, Gifts of Legacy is a gifting community. We want to help other people, but you also need to help yourself. You've got to have that oxygen mask on yourself at the same time. You cannot give if your cup is half full. You got to make sure your cup is full first before you are able to give and help others. That is something that is so, so, so important. So Stephen and Vinesh are going to be talking about dreaming big tonight. I was on the phone to Stephen earlier on today, and I think I've twisted his arm. I've twisted his arm for next week, Monday. But I'm not going to give too much away, right? Today, Stephen and Vinesh are going to, they're going to go through something really awesome in the way of setting goals and dreams and dreaming big. This is what Stephen and Vinesh train. This is what they do for a living. And they take people to expand your awareness to a level that you didn't know was possible, a very different way of looking at things. And then kind of next week, we're talking about tools and nuts and bolts, but I'm talking about gloves off. And this is where it's sort of like, you just make sure that there's no kids in the room, that type of thing. Make sure they go to bed early. So I asked Stephen and Vinesh to be a little subtle this evening for their first introduction for tonight. Some people might remember Stephen and Vinesh from about a year and a half ago. They came on the one Monday in the precursor program. And let me tell you something, the people enjoyed it. The people loved it. Also said, these guys are hectic, but yeah, they get the job done. So Vinesh is going to be kicking off, and then he'll be handing the baton over to Stephen. And guys, sit back, get your cup of coffee ready. If you haven't got your popcorn, get your popcorn ready. Sit back, relax. And guys, look for the nuggets. Get your pen and paper out, because I can promise you something. You're going to walk away this afternoon or this morning or this evening, and you, even if you take one thing, just one thing out of the Zoom that you can implement and start using immediately, it was worth it. That's what it's all about, is just finding that one nugget. And I'd like everybody at the end to actually type in what that nugget is that you're going to take from this call. So without any further ado, where is Mr. Vinesh?
Right here, Captain, right here.
Let me, what do you call it? Spotlight you. Give me a second. There we go. Vinesh is spotlighted.
Hey, good evening, Chris. Thank you for that lovely introduction. Great, beautiful people. For those of you who have your cameras on, we see you. Thank you very much. Give energy to your speakers. Hey, Kashi Bhatt, Jenny O'Boyle, Philip Whittaker, Lorice, our favorite Lorice. Misty, how does you? Angie, greetings. Emma, Christopher, Ruan, greetings. Hey, Ruan, you gifted me. Thank you very much, good man. Very kind of you. Misty, greetings once again. Audrey and the rest of you, I'd ask, please be so kind. Turn on your cameras. It really makes our presentation a lot more easier tonight. If the lights go out on me, we're load shedding. I'll be in the dark. I'll be tuning out and listening in. I want to say, firstly, go to the chat box and tell me, where are you finding yourself tonight? Where are you dialing in from? I'm in Honeydew, Johannesburg, South Africa. Where are you connecting in the world from? Chris, am I spotlighted?
Yes, you spotlighted, yeah.
Hoorah, fantastic. Thank you very much. Where are you dialing in from, my good friends? Philip, where are you coming from? Lorice on the other side of town. Kashi, greetings. Sania, Canada. Woo, Kempton Park. They're at the airport. I wonder if they load shed at the airport. But yeah, greetings and thank you everybody for sharing where you're dialing in from tonight. Thank you for having your cameras on. It just makes our lives a little bit easier. That was a great introduction by Chris. I'm going to take another stab at it. My name is Vinesh Maharaj. My partner in crime, Mr. Stephen Van Basten. We're known as the yin yang of sales for a couple of obvious reasons, right? He's tall, dark, and handsome. I'm short, fat, and ugly. He's got my land. We're trying to get our land back here. He needed some BEE. We're a match made in heaven. We complement each other in ways that is kind of eerie sometimes. And hey, Rocky, I see you in Cape Town. Awesome stuff. However, the yin yang of sales is based on this understanding that there are two focus areas. Krugersdorp, Sebola, Likha and Fetu. Oh, I should say, Mama, forgive me. I thought Sebola is a man. Forgive me for my assumption. We are the yin yang of sales. Stephen is the master of the inner game, the thoughts, the beliefs, and the values that drive human behavior. You're here at the Gift of Legacy, a GL, because you want to make a difference. You want to enrich, enhance, and improve the quality of your life while enhancing and uplifting the lives of others. You have a great opportunity, and he's going to take you through a beautiful presentation. I'm just setting up for him. He's the speaker of the night. I'm just a coordinator, just trying to fake it here. So Stephen focused on the inner game. Mine is really the actions, activities, the words, the scripts, the things that you have to get done, because the law of attraction is about thinking, seeing, visualizing, and feeling. Without work, unfortunately, no seeds will ever harvest. So we have to do some work. Unless you were born in the royal family, the work has already been done. And now you're just reaping it in, baby. Or you take birth in LA and you're Kim Kardashian or one of those, then hoorah, congratulations. For the rest of us, we've got to make it work. I want to say the following. For those of you coming in internationally, and for everybody here, we've got a Facebook page called the Yin Yang of Sales. Go there and connect with us. Connect with Stephen and I on Facebook, Instagram, and all the other platforms, LinkedIn, and so forth. And tonight, we encourage you to fasten your seatbelts, and we'll be talking how you can make the gift of legacy and actually create a legacy by gifting other people. Because right now, you're sitting on a gold mine. The question is, will you mine it? Or will you make excuses? I want to tell you a quick story about this diamond miner. This dairy farmer. The dairy farmer 200 years ago in North Africa. He hears from his friends that there's a discovery of a thing called diamonds in a place called Kimberley, South Africa. And ladies, diamonds are a girl's best friend, they say, right? It's 200 years ago. He's tired of waking up at dawn. He's tired of milking cows for a living, making cheese, yogurt, and other dairy products. He sells his farm 200 years ago and he relocates to Kimberley, South Africa, prospects for some land and goes mining. Meanwhile, the new dairy farmer in North Africa, one Sunday when the priest arrives, he notices this rock standing on the fireplace 200 years ago. And he says, young man, where did you find that? So the priest was there to sing, praise the gospel, read the good book. And while having lunch, he notices this rock and says, where did you find this? And he said, I found it down by the stream. And the priest said, do you know what it is? And the dairy farmer says, no, sir, it's a rock. I'm, uneducated, etc. So the dairy farmer has no explanation. The priest says, let's go there. They go there, roll up their pants, and lo and behold, they find one and another and another. And the dairy farmer is not really understanding what's happening. So the priest says to the dairy farmer, sir, you're a rich man. You're a multimillionaire. And the dairy farmer in his naivety says, I am. I've got 1,000 cows. I've got 1,000 hectares of land. We convert useless grass into milk and cheese and product, and our customers love us. And then the priest says, no, sir, you're far richer than that. These are diamonds in the rough. Meanwhile, the dairy farmer who bought the land in Kimberley, in old age, alone, rejected and abandoned by his family, having found 0 diamonds, plunged to a lonely death. What is the moral of the story, my friends? Are you mining this opportunity, this gifting opportunity that you have today? Are you maximizing the time you have, the opportunity you have? Are you applying? Stephen will talk about a principle later about the inner game. And are you applying your mindset, your thoughts, your words, and your actions? Are they all aligned to really gift the planet and make this a better place for us all? Or are you just paying lip service and hoping that someone will come to the rescue? Hey, I know one thing for sure, that if I was sitting on a gold mine, would you mine it? Now, in sales, there's an interesting concept. To get to 1 ton of gold or diamonds, you may have to go through 10 tons of dirt. Are you willing to do the work to get the result? And this is really part of the mindset of dreaming bigger, dreaming so big that you take so much action that you create the results that you deserve and desire. So as you prepare yourself for this presentation that Stephen's going to give you in a few minutes, just ask that question of yourself. Am I really mining my opportunities? And do I really want to take advantage and become financially free, abundant, prosperous in this world, on this planet, in this time, when I guess we need more generosity than ever before? The whole community economy makes absolute sense. It's how business is done, actually, by referral. Family, friends, and customers do business with one another. I want to give you one more concept before I leave. And that is that we all come into the world, this white sheet, blank sheet of potential. But then we get conditioned. We get conditioned by our parents, our school, our education, our community, our country, and the people we associate with. And we get conditioned. And what happens is that the dreamer goes to sleep. And they find and justify all their failures and lack of accomplishment or excuses. They go to this wonderful fantasy island called Someday I'll. Someday I'll finish my education. Someday I'll get some referrals. Someday I'll invite somebody to a presentation. Someday I'll share the doodly. Someday I'll sign up on this. Someday I'll. They sit around the fire and they swap excuses for failure. My friends, I know that you're in it to win it. I know that you're committed by you being present here tonight. There are no coincidences. The fact that you are here tells us that you are committed to dreaming bigger, taking more action, and gifting more people, and gifting the gift that keeps on giving. Gift the gift that keeps on giving. With that, let me introduce our speaker for the evening. All the way in the south, Mondial in Johannesburg, coming in loud and proud. He is a karate world champion, gold belt winner, coming in at 80 kilograms of pure lean beef muscle mass. He's got 5 publications in the world known as Relationship Mastery. So you're married, now what? He also is a human behavior specialist. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together and help me welcoming the
Oh, it's always good, man. You know what? I'm just here for that introduction. That's all I'm really here for. The night is done. I can go and sleep. Hey, welcome, everyone. It's a lekker to be with you. Thank you, Chris, for warning everyone that we're a little bit strange. Thank you, Angie. We love you so much. And Larissa, nice to see you. Hey, the UK there on Angie's chest. Jenny, you're looking very cool. I like that hairstyle. If I had some hair, I would want it to look exactly like that. Ladies and gents, if you are able to put your cameras on, I do understand that there's load shedding, etc., etc. If you want to get more out of tonight, put your camera on so I can see your reactions. I can see what's happening. There's a little bit of interaction, bit of rapport. If you can't, I get it. No worries. Thank you. So could I ask you all just into the chat box, won't you tell me your marital status? Are you married, Are you single? Is it complicated? What is it? Just give me a marital status there. Let's have a look, Vinesh. Let's have a look what we got here. Married. Free is a marital status. Yes, absolutely. Married since 19. Very good. Tony, very good. Hey, why don't you put in if you married, how many years? Jaxie and I had our 30th wedding anniversary the other day. So 30 years, 33 years together. 35 years ago, I met her. We had some admin to sort out first. Oh, engaged, not but engaged. You are engaged, sunshine. Very good. 1999, 10 years together. Fabulous. And then, is there anyone online? Anyone online who is married, acting single? Married, acting single. If you're married, acting single, then just like personal message me if you're female. Personal message me your phone number. We're keen to know who you are. If you male, I don't know, try Chris or someone else. Oh, Chris. Oh, I'm the host now. I think something's gone. I think Chris has gone, and I wonder if we can record. Let me see if I can record. Very good. You see, we are resourceful. Thank you, Jenny O'Boyle, for that support there. All right. So, listen, ladies and gents, can I ask you a simple question? Single, okay? Vinky, single. If you want to change that, you can. Yes, if you want to change your marital status, either way you can, all right? That's all up to you, all right? Oh, Chris is the host. Chris, do you want me to stop recording or keep recording? Let's see. Chris, can you message us? Let's check. Chris, do you want us to?
Okay, I'm back on. My computer bombed out. I'm back on, so all good.
Do you want me to stop recording so you can, or do you want me to continue?
I
don't worry, Mia, we will get it. One of the two of us will get it. Don't you be worried.
All recording, all good.
All right, very good. All right, so here's the question, ladies and gents. Here's the question. Firstly, you can change your marital status if you want to. All right, so that's up to you. Some of you just need to lower your standards. Seriously, man, you're too fussy. Just lower your standards a little bit. You'll never know what you could. And then you find someone and then you just civilize them. It's okay. Over time, we're civilizable. Very good. Here's the $1 million question. Do you know, but seriously, now I'm not joking. This is serious. Do you know that there is $40,000 US at the end of this rainbow? Do you know? Can you give me a yes or a no? Do you know there's $40,000 US at the end of this rainbow? Give me a yes, give me a no. I'm waiting. Oh yeah, all right. Okay, 40. Jenny, I love you already. You are my favorite best friend for the next 7.5 minutes. Hallelujah, namaste to you too. 40,000, what's it in rands? 600,000 rand, right? What would you do? How many years do you actually have to work for that amount of money? Or how many months do you generally have to work for that amount of money? What we have to do here is actually bring 2 people and probably 1, because you've probably been given 1 from someone else. Like, this is a gifting organization, and we not only give like $100 to each other, but we give people as well. We're so lovely and so generous and so committed. We help each other. 1 person. So, ladies and gents, what would you do? Like, what would you do for R500,000 rand? And you know, do you know how long the rainbow is? 4 to 7 months. 47 months. So here we go. 2 people. Yeah. Well, yeah, listen, I know the stats. There's 2 people you have to bring, but like, somebody brought 1 for me and I've brought 1 for others. And it's just, you know, so a lot of people only have to bring 1. All right. So 500,000 rand, 600,000 rand, that's what we're after. So, ladies and gents, if you had $500,000 and let's say you were clever and you brought yourself in, and then you brought your kid in, and then maybe you brought your mother in or something like that. So maybe you got 40,000 US, and then a month later 40,000 US, and another month later 40,000 US. Is it possible, Chris? Is it possible? Oh yeah, actually, it's possible, right? 40,000. You could, you know, if you set this up properly, you could have 40,000 a month from month 6 for the rest of your life. What would you do with 40,000 US dollars a month? Is it enough? Hell yes. You know, people go, oh, it's not enough. It's 40,000, like R1,000,000 isn't enough. And who thinks R1,000,000 isn't a lot of money? I'll send you my banking details, and then you send me $1,000,000. You send me not enough. You send me nothing. Oh, R1,000,000's not a lot. Send me not a lot. I will take it, and I will jump up and down with glee for every $1,000,000 that comes in. I don't mind. I will do for $1,000,000, ladies and gents. It's possible, right? It's possible. So what would you do? Like, can we dream quickly? Just close your eyes. Close your eyes. And let's just go, you've got $1,000,000 that you have to spend on a car. So now, it's tough to buy a new car. You drive that thing off the showroom and it's 20% less immediately. The only stupid people buy new cars. Geez, I hope I haven't just called anyone stupid here today. But listen, don't buy a new car. So let's say you've got $1,000,000. What car would you buy? What's your dream car? So you've got $1,000,000. It's not the only million. You've got 5, 6, 7, 8 million. What car would you drive? Will you put it into the chat box now? What is your dream car? Audi Quattro Q3. Oh, on a Q3 RS. It's a beast. I'm going to put in a beast. What would you drive? AMG, very nice. Ferrari, okay, I like it. Motorhome, Range Rover, very good. What is a motorhome? Glenn James, Range Rover, Aston Martin, very good. What color? Right, come on, ladies and gents, you got to work with me here. You know, we're not just sitting here. I'm not a teacher here. You interact with me or you must go. You must turn off and go home. So what color? What color? White. Give me the pearl white. Oh, I like that, Maharaj. All right, very good. So gray Maserati. Oh, very burnt orange. I like that. Woo, gold. Very good. Okay, very good. Renovated. All right, I get you. Very good. All right, and ladies and gents, if you were to visualize, like just let's say 5 years from now, let's say you're getting 40,000 US dollars a month for a couple of months, years. What would your dream home look like? What does that dream home look like? Where would you love to live in? And how many stories are there? And where is it? Is it by the sea? Is it near a lake? Is it in a forest? What does that look like? And then what does your dream family look like? You know, can I just be, Chris has already warned you, but so ladies, can I just give you that when you're financially independent, that mofo claps you once, you pick up the kids and you leave, right? If you financially can't do that, you have to stay. Can I please ask everyone on this call today? Thank you, Misty. Everyone on this call today, please, will you become financially free in your own right? You liberate yourself from so much. You liberate yourself from COVID. A year of COVID, what's that? If you've got a year's worth of money in your bank account, please, would you take it on your soul tonight? Get out of the rat race. Because then no one controls you. No husband, no wife, no government, nothing. Do you know what the FSCA is there for, ladies and gents? You know what the government's there for? To keep you poor. Do you know what the government's there for? To keep you paying tax. And if you're a business owner, it's to pay salaries and PAYE and tax. Are you going to join the 1% of the human race who are financially free? 1%. Do you know that only 1% of the human race are financially free? There's 60 of us on call. That means probably there's maybe one of us here that's financially free. Now we want, and wow, food, more than food. You know what? We want more than, ladies and gents, we want to be able to go, not to Spur on a Wednesday because there's 2 hamburgers for the price of 1. We want to go to Moyo. We want to go to Marble. We want to eat an 800 Rand Wagyu steak just because to experience that once. We want to eat the thick steaks and drink the good wine. We want to go and open the menu and go, oh, I feel like that, and not even look at the price. Not Spur because there's a 2-for-1 hamburger special. We want to do more than eat. Thank you, Angie. We want to do more than eat. We want to live, man. We want to get out. We want to get out there and fulfill our destiny. What's your destiny? What's your, no, don't tell me, oh, bring up my kids. Blah, that's so 80s, doll. Seriously, it's more. It's so 80s. Angie, you just want to bring up your dog. You see, I know you, so I've got an unfair advantage. It's not about your dog, Angie. It's about you. Jenny, what is it? Why are you here? Actually, what's your soul mission? Why are you here? What's your destiny? I want to share with you, and I'm going to be vulnerable here today. I'm going to share with you kind of my why. I'm going to share this with you, and this is years and years of tweaking, and I'll probably get emotional. Jenny, do you believe real men cry? Loris, do real men cry? Philip, Mia, do real men cry? Well, this is like the essence of me. Do you have the essence of you at your fingertips like this? Yeah, I wake up every morning to fulfill my destiny. I recognize I have a duty to my soul's journey, which I don't fully understand now and probably never will fully. My goal is fulfillment, self-actualization, and a feeling of being significant to self and others. Part of that is serving society in whatever way that presents itself. Most often, fulfilling spiritual and religious rights. I'm a minister. At the end of my life, I want to be able to say that I took the opportunities presented. I pushed the envelope. I tested the boundaries of my beautiful brain. That I explored relationships, took calculated risks, and when necessarily, stood courageously in vulnerability. I will look back and apologize to those I hurt along the way as I grew, and forgive those who I reacted to badly as they journeyed on their particular path. I love learning new things and sharing the best with other people. I especially enjoy concepts and ideas that embrace health, wealth, and relationships, and can't help enthusiastically passing that knowledge on. Spiritually, I'm into ideas that free us to be us, that liberate us from the human into the divine. So I wake up every morning to be authentically me, to bravely take the next step, to enjoy the interaction with other humans when they enter my universe, to marvel at the diversity of what has manifested thus far, and ponder what's yet to come and what role I will play in it all. Ladies and gents, who believe, can you give me a big yes? Thanks, thank you, sir. Thank you, my man. Can you give me a big yes if you believe in something? Like anything, it might be God, Yahweh, it might be Buddha, it might be, I know Buddha's not a God, I get that. But what do you believe in something? And even like if you believe in nothing, that's fine. But do you believe in something out there? There must be something more, right? There must be something more, right? Hallelujah, there's got to be something more. I don't know what it is. I'm actually agnostic. I don't have a clue what happens when we die. I think the atheists are wrong. I think when we die, we'll wake up. I think they're wrong. But you know what? If they're right, that's better than hell, right? I'd rather have fucking nothing than hell, because that's going to burn and hurt for a long time. So excuse me if this is a bit hectic. Hallelujah, right? So what is it you're here for? Ladies and gents, you're here to fulfill your destiny. May I ask you, can you consider this, please? The three wise men. What did they bring? What was the first one? Gold. Gold. Why? They knew that Jesus would need money to bring a new religion to the world. You need gold, ladies and gents. You need gold to bring your destiny to this planet. If you don't have there's a golden rule. Jenny, do you know my version of, Jenny, I'm just picking on you because you're there in front of me, and like I prefer girls to boys, quite frankly. So I'm just like you there, and you're nice to look at, so I'm picking on you. Do you know what the golden rule is? He who has the gold makes the rules. It's not, do unto others as you'd have them unto. I know it's lovely, it's beautiful, I get it, it's true. Yeah, thank you, sunshine. Thank you, sunshine daydream. Isn't that beautiful? I love that, sunshine daydream. Here's the golden rule, ladies and gents. Who has the gold makes the rules. So do you know there's $40,000 at the end of this rainbow? What are you going to do to go out there and get you some? I know it's difficult. We're in sales. I've been in sales my whole life. Sales, it's difficult. And you know what? We're all karmically a little bit different. It's going to take us, some of us a little bit longer and others a little bit shorter. Vinesh and I got in, thank you very much, my good sir Chris, about 4 weeks ago. We both about to get off the bronze board. We didn't know it would happen together, actually. We thought, I thought I'd have to wait for him, and because I'm always waiting for him. Where is Vinesh now? So, but and then it split, and then we were both legends, which I quite like. We're both legends, they're very good. But ladies and gents, please, when you get off the bronze board, don't forget, keep off a little bit more than half of that money, and you've got to put it onto the silver and some into the perpetual. And then I suggest you get back on again, because who's committed? Can I ask you, who's committed to this business? Who's committed to GL? Can you give me a big yes? Yeah, that'll do me. Very good, very good. So I would love to suggest, if you're truly committed, put another position in for one of your kids. Vinesh and I we've got Vinesh, Stephen, Victoria, his daughter, and now today we did Rasika is his daughter, and today we did the yin yang of sales as a company. So we've got 5 positions. Why? We want to make 5 times 40,000 US dollars. So can we be? Is it okay to be a bit greedy? Do you recognize you're on the planet Earth? Do you know, ladies and gents, you know your longest relationship is with on earth? Not God and Jesus, Muhammad, Krishna, Buddha, not those. Do you know your longest relationship is with on earth? You. Do you know that you are the most important person in your life? You. Can I ask you, please, would you just look after you for a change? Will you just look after you for a change? Would you put your hand on your heart and just go, I love you. You are important. I see you. And I'm going to take you seriously for a while. I've given my whole life to other people. It's my turn now. Will you say that? Will you say the equivalent of that? I want to see your lips moving. Go. Just ad lib it, whatever. It doesn't have to be exact. I see you now. I'm going to look after you now. It's your turn. It's your turn. Will you give yourself a high five on the screen there? Right. Hey, shall we? You know how powerful that is for self-esteem? Ladies and gents, here's a little life hack. Every time you see yourself in the mirror, high five yourself. Scientifically proven to uplift your sense of self. And you know that P.R. Becker says you can never earn more than your self-worth. You can never earn more than you believe you are worthy of. Now, that's probably why you're struggling. If you're struggling, that's probably why. Deep down, the real issue is you don't think you believe. You don't think you're worthy of 40,000 US dollars. You don't think you're worthy. It sounds too easy. It sounds too easy. Who here truly believes they're worthy? Will you put in there? Will you put in the screen there in the chat box? 40,000 US dollars. I am worthy of 40,000 US dollars. Will you write it somewhere? And ladies and gents, you can sit there listening to me and go, Stephen, what? That's fun. It's fun. But if you write it out, there's a greater chance you'll manifest it. So I'll give you quickly. I had a slideshow. We're not going to go there tonight. I changed my mind. So I'm going to ask you, where are you right now? Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah, I like that. I am worthy of 40,000 US dollars. Now, will you write it again? I am worthy of 40,000 US dollars a month. A month. Oh, you like that? Go. Kaspari. Gooi daai ding. Where are you from? Do you understand Afrikaans? But you can get what I'm saying here. Gooi hom. Gooi that fucking thing. Yeah, go. She probably got the fucking in there, right? All right, very good. Are you? I'm worthy of 40,000. You see, there's always one at 42,000. Very good. I accept your correction. I will humbly accept 42,000. All right, beautiful. I somehow think it's more. I'll ask Chris about this, but it should be more because there's a perpetual board going and all sorts of stuff going on. But doesn't matter. It's 40,000. Misty Rose, I like you right in there. Misty, you've got this beautiful halo behind you. So we're seeing the beautiful saint in you with a halo around there. Beautiful angel. Very good. All right. So what did you earn? You can never earn more than your self-worth, right? So I want to ask you, in 2019, before lockdown, what did you earn that year? Or in the past, what's the most you ever earned in a year? Because we were born, ladies and gents, you were born into a family. You were born into a society. and that society programmed you. Vinesh and I just completed with the great Robin Banks. What a fabulous teacher. Mind Power. If you haven't done it, please, if you get online, if you're in another country, it's beautiful, beautiful stuff. Just teaching the beautiful brain how to manifest what you want. We've got a conscious mind and a subconscious mind. That subconscious mind is so programmed, you will not believe it. You are so much like your parents, you don't realize. You are programmed. Your job is to change that programming, because you can. You were born into a society, you were born into a financial milieu, you're born into a financial vibe, like you have a financial blueprint. My job is to break that. My job is to break that scene. It's like the caste system that no longer exists, right, in India, right? You had the untouchables, and then you had the Maharajas. You see, I'm getting at my man there. The Maharajas, and the Maharajas wouldn't, like the untouchables, you wouldn't even speak to, right? We know that all too well here, where we are. So there's this thing, and people believe it. You believe that what you earn right now is what you're worth. So I'm going to ask you, who would like to double that? Who would like to triple that? And if it was zero, then like 0 times 2 is still 0, right? We want, very good. All right, thank you. How many times more? You want 10 times more? Or is that just like, ooh? Very good. All right, very good. So here's how we go. So here's some steps to manifestation, right? Because we talk about dreaming. Let's dream. Dream, just think about your dream home. What home would you like? Dream car, we've already done that, right? Dream family. I said you can change your family. You don't have to stay in the relationship you're in if you don't like it. If it's not working for you, you don't have to stay. You can have whatever you want. What business would you love? Okay, where would you like to travel? Let's go. In the TikTok, travel destinations. Give me your #1 travel destination. Where would you love to go? Angie, you and I have got a deal. We're going to do some funny stuff there in South America, right? What's that stuff called? South America. Machu Picchu, right? Disneyland. We're going to do some, what is that stuff called? Cactus. We go on a spiritual journey there. Yeah, because we think it's okay. Like we smell some incense and then we go in an altered state. And then somebody takes like something else and you go, that's bad. Yeah, ayahuasca. Thank you. Right. I'm not going to ask who's done any of that because people judge each other. But I believe we should explore the boundaries of our beautiful brain and the boundaries of our beautiful spirituality in whatever way that is, but safe and within the laws of the country, more or less. Right. Very good. Where do you want to go? You can go. Where do you want to live? You can live there. What car do you want to drive? You can drive the car. We've been given this beautiful gift. There are so many people. When you look at the human race, there are so few people who are aware of an organization like this, or a opportunity like this, where you can earn $40,000 at the end of this rainbow. Ladies and gents, I keep saying it so that you get it, truly get it. It's a marvelous opportunity, and it should inspire within you a feeling of hope, in what seem to be dastardly times. And I say seem to be because there's a rainbow in every cloud. There's always a benefit and a drawback. So I'm a bit of a John DeMartini fan, so you'll never catch me out on something being only bad or only good. They're in two places at once, always. There's a downside to this as well. It's not always healthy to get rich that quickly. Most people who win the lotto are insolvent 7 years later because they don't know how to deal with that amount of money. So we need to get your consciousness there first. What would it feel like to have $40,000, 600,000 Rand? Hey, won't you do me a favor? Whatever country you're in, how much is $40,000 in your currency? And if you're in America, it's going to be fun, but that's good. So we know, right? Let's go. What is that? 40,000. Very good. Sunshine daydream. $40,000. So here we go. Euros. Euro equals USD. Okay. Very good, Sunshine. I get that. Very good. So here we go, ladies and gents. Will you take that number and double it from your best year ever, or triple it. And will you just hold on to that? And I'm here to tell you, you can have whatever you want. And yeah, this is how we do it. You work out where you are, you work out where you want to be, and then you must make sure that it's what you really want, that it's important enough for you. Because otherwise, at the first obstacle, you'll bail out. And ladies and gents, you know, the universe is a strange thing. I want to give you a thought. You know, I want to give you a thought. When you stand at the altar and you go, you know, I'm going to stay with this person for the rest of my life, no matter what. And no matter what they do, I'll never leave them, sickness and health and rich or poor. No matter what this person does, you kind of that. No matter, this person can do whatever they want and I'll never leave them, right? And then the universe comes and tests you. When you go, I want to earn 40,000 US dollars, you know what the universe goes? Ah, interesting. Let us test the resolve. I want, on a scale of 0 to 10, let's have it. On a scale of 0 to 10, in the chat box, how badly do you believe you'd love to earn 40,000 US dollars at least once in this organization? And yeah, everyone's going to go 10, right? If we go, who wants to be a millionaire? Everyone wants to be a millionaire, right? Absolutely. Who wants to be financially free? Yeah, I want to be financially free. Everyone. Then, are you willing to overcome the obstacles when they arise? Because they're going to. Fucking sure. Oh, excuse me, I said the F word. Fucking sure. Serious. The obstacles, I promise you, it's natural law. The universe, God, whatever you deem it to be. I don't care what you call whatever. It just goes, Because who's heard of the four, what are they? The four agreements. The four agreements. To give me a yes or a no. Or give me a 4 if you've heard the 4 agreements. Yes, my favorite one. Yeah, thank you. Here's my favorite one. Always be impeccable with your word. I'm struggling with the one, and my friends on the group here, thank you. My friend, yeah, I'll be vulnerable. Yeah, I'll be honest with all of you here. You know what one I struggle with? Don't take anything personally. Everything's personal to me. Like, I'm so sensitive, bro. Like, fuck it, everything's personal. This is like, I'm just one big heart over there. So, but here it is, always be impeccable with your word. You know why? You manifest at the rate that the universe believes you. So when you go, I'm going to write out my affirmations every day for a week, and then you do it 5 times, the universe goes, oh, very nice, 80%. And then you make excuses. What? I'll do it next time. Thank you, sunshine. It's true, eh? Like you go, oh, no, I'm going to do this. And then you don't. And the universe goes, okay, so 40% the manifestation rate. I currently manifested 80%. And something's quicker. And yeah, aren't we all, Angie, it's a human problem. Unsolicited feedback is never appreciated. And we actually, you know what, your beautiful brain is you know what the function of your brain is? To keep you safe. So that's why, you know, when you have an argument, who's ever had an argument with someone? All right, very good. Don't even have to bother. Do you know that in any argument you've ever had, you're both right? You're both right from your perspective. And your beautiful brain you'll go into meditation and contemplation, and you'll come out and your brain will have proven to you why you were right and the other person was wrong. That's its job. That's why we don't like criticism, because our brains don't like it. They go, no, we've got to keep Angie safe. Very good. So always be impeccable with your word. So when you say, I'm going to join and sign up 2 people, don't stop. Don't stop. How are we doing for time? Gosh, I think my time's almost done. Let me go through. Has anyone got any questions or anything before I go into just quick presentation? Chris, is there anything you want me to like add on to or go to?
Hey, you want to roll? Keep it rolling. Keep it rolling.
Very good. Very good. Thank you. So, ladies and gents, may I suggest, if you have children and you've only got one position and you've got one person, just put your kid in there. And especially when you become legend, because then it technically costs you nothing, right? Just make that second one and then put some people under there. And you know what? And then just keep bringing people in for other people, because we're gifting. here's the beautiful commandment, right? As you sow, so shall you reap. You don't go, okay, when I've got through the platinum, then I'm going to gift my cousin something. No, it doesn't work that way. How many, can I ask you, when you earn 40,000 US dollars, how much are you going to tithe to some beautiful organization that you believe in? How much are you going to tithe to some stranger who will never know where it came from? Because my good friend Vinesh Maharaj recently realized that he'd been programmed into a lie. Charity starts at home, right? That's not charity, that's responsibility. Oh, I gave to my mother, I gave to my father. That's not charity. I gave to my uncle. That's not charity, that's responsibility. How much will you tithe to some organization that will never know who it came from? 10%, very good. Kashi, I like that. Now, here's the thing. Because like there's this joke, right, about the priest, right? He gets the sharing from the congregation, then he's blessing the sharing. And then he throws it up and he says, Lord, take whatever you want, and then whatever falls to the ground is mine. It doesn't work that way, right? Yes, very good, very good. How much will you give to other people? Because you start, this is what's so beautiful about this organization. You give and then you receive, you give and then you receive. Right, let's have a quick look. I've got like not a lot of time. Chris, how much time have I got? Give me a feel there.
Okay, see, 10 minutes. Is that enough?
Yeah, no, of course not, but I will fit it in. Right, here we go. Here's the meme of memes. It's the moment of moments. Can somebody, no, it's never enough. I need hours, but it's very good. Can somebody tell me, I can't see anyone live. There we go. David, can you see this? Sunshine, can you see that? Okay, don't worry about the date. Because ladies and gents, I can almost assure you, each one of you looked in there and go, oh, it says 2019, doesn't he know we're in 2020? Our brains are programmed to find fault. So if you just did that, just slap yourself on the hand, because the teaching is important here. This is it. What do you think 2023 will bring? I think it'll bring flowers. How come? Because I'm planting flowers. Ladies and gents, what are you planting? What are you planting? What are you seeding? Are you seeding, oh, this difficult to find two people? It's difficult to find two people. It's this, everyone says it's a Ponzi scheme, blah, blah, blah. They do. They do. So what? Just keep going. What are you seeding? What are you planting? I'm trying to plant here today. I'm planting over and over. There's 40,000 US dollars at the end of this rainbow. And then the rainbow starts again, over and over and over. What are you planting? What do you believe? What's in that subconscious mind? What are your limiting beliefs? How many of you were programmed to believe that money is the root of all evil? It's a Christian concept. How many, can you be honest with me? It's easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than a rich man to go to heaven. How many of you got that? Because let me tell you, that means rich people go to hell. That if you have a religious construct like that, you can never be rich. Never. If you believe that, you can never be rich. Thank you. Sunshine, you need to change that. Because, you know, we live in an abundant world. We live in an abundant, you look out of the window, there's abundance of flowers and grass and insects and trees, and it's beautiful. We live in an abundance. We're not meant to be poor. It's the humans that got involved in the systems that kept us poor, for power. Good. Ladies and gents, if you believe that rich people go to hell, you can never become rich if you're religious. Do you get that? Very good. What do you need to change in your consciousness that'll unblock this? Because do you all agree that if you could give R1 million to your favorite charity, or R1 million to your favorite, sorry, I'm just struggling, having a senior moment here. I'm allowed to at my age. So just to your favorite political party that you could change the world. If you had millions and millions, if you had money, do you know how much good you could do? So here's the greatest tool on earth, the human brain, right? And I want to just take you, here's my Oprah Winfrey moment, okay? You don't have to look under your chair. You've got one, 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 you've got one. All we need to do is thank you, Sunshine, tell our beautiful brains what it is we want every day. It's repetition. Einstein said the eighth wonder of the world is compounding. Vinesh the majestic, and the Stevenators say the ninth wonder of the world is repetition, repetition, repetition. Next week, if you guys show us enough love, because I haven't quite had enough love from all of you, right? If you show us enough love, we'll come back. We'll share our system with you. Just repetition, repetition, and then something happens and you do something more, and then you repeat and repeat. You know, we believe in the law of attraction, but we believe more in the law of sow and reap. Here's a thought for you. Do more of what works, less of what doesn't. Take massive action. Do more of what works, less of what doesn't. Repeat. Take massive action. Do more of what works, less of what doesn't. Repeat. Just keep going, keep going. So ladies and gents, what's possible? Check here. I just want to tell you, who knows Wim Hof? Just give us something. Wim Hof, half naked, half marathon. Bro, this Oki is barefoot, halfway up Everest. You were programmed to believe that you would die, okay? Check out these guys. They went out on purpose into the snow. All right, here we go. Do you know how long he stood in there? And Maharaj, if you're online, I'm going to need you because I can never get this word. How long until that thing happens where you start shaking? Who's going to help me? How long? Who's going to come online and tell me? 10 minutes. How long until you
hypothermia.
Die? Hypothermia. Thank you. How long until hypothermia? 5-10 minutes. How long until death? 20 minutes. This guy, 1 hour, 50 minutes. Why? It's just the power of the brain. Look at that focus. Ladies and gents, if you focused on getting 2 people in like that, you do it in a day or 2. Seriously. It's possible. So won't you visualize with me quickly? Won't you visualize, just visualize yourself reaching out to a friend, getting rejected, okay? Just laugh it off, asshole, whatever, right? Visualize another friend, and then, oh, yeah, that sounds interesting. Sign in them up, no, and repeat, right? Rejection. I'm in sales, but I understand rejection. Do you know, ladies and gents, do you know that the opposite of failure isn't success? The opposite of success isn't failure. The failures are stepping stones. They're a part of success. You never fail. You only fail when you give up. That's the only failure. That's the only failure. Check here. Oh, just to prove that we eat our own dog food. Do you know why we do this? You know when you're in the ice bath, you know what you're doing? You're overruling your mind. Because when you're in there, there's only one thought and one thought alone. Get out. One thought. That's 3 degrees, 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes. Like I'm smiling for the photo that's put on. I'm not really happy. Like it's horrible. But you know what's happening? Your mind's letting you get out. And you know what you're doing? You're overruling your mind. You're overruling your little voice. You're overruling that thing that goes, I must give up now because 3 people said no. You know what you're saying? Get thee behind me, little voice. Hey, Sunshine, isn't that beautiful? Get thee behind me, little voice. I'm going to make this happen. Check here. Who's walked on fire? Who's walked on fire? We walk on fire. You know what? If you can conquer water, ice, if you can conquer fire, you can conquer anything. You know what happens when you do a fire walk? First thing, you trick your brain. You look up. You don't look at the fire. You look at the fire, your brain's going to say, that's hot, I'm going to burn, and then you burn. You look up and you walk on the thing, cool moss, cool moss, cool moss, cool moss. Before you know it, you're over it. No burns. But you defy logic. You defy science with the brain. These guys, 22 minutes. These guys, 8-4. I think the world record for planking. Listen, at 2 minutes, I'm shaking like a leaf, right? 4 hours. I think the record's 8 hours. Who's got kids? Jenny, if your kid was under a car, you would find the strength to lift that car, right, Angie? If your dog was under the car, you would find the strength to lift that thing up. Check there. It's like, so here's the truth. I'm gonna end off with this concept. The brain is like a massive computer. And every single thing you've ever heard or seen or experienced, every song you've heard, every movie you've seen, every single thing you've ever experienced is recorded, and it creates a frequency. Do you know, it's beautiful. The other day, I dissed Albert Einstein on Facebook. I saw this meme. Yeah, I don't care. I'm not infatuated by that. Okay, I own all of his traits. So Albert Einstein goes, everything is frequency. All you have to do to attain what you want is to vibrate at that frequency. So I go, well, thank you, Albert. But how? So that's fucking great advice, but how? And then, thank you, Sunshine. And then this weekend, Robin Banks told us how. Because I asked the question and my beautiful brain brought me the answer. And here's the question you should all ask. Who's next? Who's the next person I can invite? Who's the next person I can invite? Who's the next person I invite? Beautiful brain, bring me someone new that I can invite. And what he said was you can feel what it would feel like. So what would it feel like, ladies and gents here? Firstly, what would it feel like to get through that platinum and have been paid 40,000 or 42,000 or 50,000 or whatever $1,000? Over $500,000 rand. What would that feel like? What did it feel like to phone somebody and tell them about this? And they say, oh yeah, very good. I'm feeling it right now. I'm lucky because I've done it a couple of times, but I'm no different to anyone else. The only thing that I'm doing is I'm repeating and I'm not giving up. And I've got a big, hairy, audacious goal. I don't want to wait 6 months for the 40,000. I want it in 3. I want to bless people quicker. I want to get out of the rat race sooner. I want to be an example quicker. Because with more money, I can do more good. With more money, I can fight the evils, right? Because I'm not at the hands of the merciless. So we're a frequency, ladies and gents. And what we need to do is just work ways of raising that frequency. Here's a thought. You're the average of the 10 people you spend the most time with. That's why when I saw Vinesh Maharaj the first time, I said, my God, I want me some of that chara. I want me some of that Maharaj, the majestic Maharaj. He walked into BNI and he rocked that place. We were all bored like this. Oh, now Vinesh Maharaj walks in there. He says, blah, blah, blah. I want some of that. And I went to say to him, can I do your course? No, can I do some coaching with you? He said, no. I said, what? I said, no, you got to do my course first. Then we can talk about coaching. Mofo, yeah. But I've spent 5 years with him and my life's different. So, ladies and gents, I'm psychic. Okay, I'm psychic. I looked in the Akashic records. Part of my soul body's been out over there checking all of your Akashic. And based on some of your friends, this is what you're turning into. You need to upgrade your friends. Sunshine, come on. You need to, seriously, come on. You need to up your game a bit. So you're the books you read, you're the things you binge watch, but the brain's a beautiful giant computer and you can reprogram it. And that is the message of today. If I could give you any advice today, dream bigger. Dream bigger. Dream bigger. And get good coaching sooner. If I could change one thing in my life, I live a beautiful life. I've created a fabulous life. I have a fucking fabulous life. I would change one thing. I'd make it fabulous sooner. I'd get good coaching and pay for it sooner. The more you pay for coaching, the more present you are. You pay for the coaching, you're more present. I want to share with you last thought, just because I eat my own dog food. Ladies and gents, I went to Robin Banks, I went to his talk, the pre-talk to the Mind Power, and then he puts up the price there. Puts up the price, 50,000 Rand for the 2 days. And I'm going, Angie, how am I going to get this past Jackie? She is going to fucking murder me. But I was prepared to pay the 50,000. I was like, where am I going to? I can take 50,000 Rand out of Cetrix because this is important. Then I've done the same training as him, right? Then he put up there, this piece is 9,999 and this is 20. I went, okay, it's going to be 9,999. I said, all right, I'll find the 10 grand. And then they said, you can bring a friend. And I thought, the Maharaj, my man's fucking coming with me. We're gonna go there. But I would have found 50,000 Rand and got into trouble with my good wife to get good coaching sooner. Ladies and gents, But I love you all. Thank you for your presence. Thank you those of you that had your cameras on. I'm going to hand you over to the Maharaj to just complete that for us.
Yo. Regrettably, I'm in load shedding. Can't be seen, but I'm sure you can hear me. Greetings and great job. Listen, go to the chat box on a score of 1 to 10. Rate my man, Mr. Stephen Van Basten. Number 1, it sucked and he didn't know what he was doing. Or number 10, where you go, oh my gosh, this guy blew my mind. 20, Jan, you're a player. Thank you very much. Rocky, 15, hoorah, Van Basten. Killing it, Mia says at 10. Coming in loud and proud. Number 12 from Milton. Woohoo! Good job, Van Basten. Well done, my man. Hey, listen, congratulations, everybody. That was a great message. I hope that you feel inspired. I think for those of you in the US or in the Atlantic Ocean / Pacific Ocean on your Central Eastern time or whatever time zone you are, it's the morning. I want to challenge you. If you're in Canada, the US, or you're in that time zone, I want to challenge you. Go and invite 2 new people today. Get them to sign up today. It's possible. You don't have to contemplate, consider, do they have the money? Are they interested? Are they skeptical? Will they do it? Midday, fabulous. You've got the rest of the day to go and get that, sunshine. It's noon in California. Why not? Let's go. If you really believe in the concept of gifting, and if you really want to become wealthy and financially free yourself, there's no time like the present. There's a great poet, Rabindranath Tagore. He said, spring has passed, summer is gone, and winter is here. Spring has passed, summer is gone, and winter is here. And the song that I've come to sing remains unsung, for I've spent my days stringing and unstringing my instrument. Can you believe? Can you believe that we spend our days justifying, excusing failure, inaction, inactivity, non-commitment, non-belief, no faith in our God-given right to be abundant and free? So I encourage you, wherever you find yourself today, make a commitment. Sign up 2 people in 1 day. Do the I am possible. Do the I am possible and go and do whatever it takes. Congratulations again. It's been a lovely evening for us. Spending the last hour with you. Again, once I want to say thank you to Stephen for doing a great presentation under trying circumstances here for us. For everybody in South Africa joining on tonight, we know it's difficult. These are tough times, but we keep hustling. And remember that you got to keep on showing up, because I know you didn't come to watch. You've all come to win. If my man Chris Hutting's around, Chris, I want to say thank you, and I'd like to hand over to you to wrap up. And to each and every one of you, be great. Keep hustling for your dreams. This is a beautiful vehicle to make a difference on this planet. Until we meet next, sayonara, groete, tot ziens, liefde, with love. Vinesh Maharaj, Stephen Van Basten, the Yin Yang of Sales. Woo! Oh, Rocky, don't forget to be awesome. I love that. Go.
Awesomeness. Thank you. Oh, Vinesh, Stephen, you guys are absolutely on fire. On fire. Thank you. Did you see all those numbers? All those 12s, 15s, 20s. So, you guys are going to be here next week, Monday. Thank you for letting me twist your arm today. Oh, don't do that. You guys have got to be there. So, you know what? Many people in this world, they talk the talk, but they don't walk the walk. But let me tell you something. But with Stephen and Vinesh, they walk the walk, because they joined 3 weeks and 2 days ago, to be exact. 3 weeks and 2 days ago. And in the next day or two, both Vinesh and Stephen are going to be receiving all their gifts on their bronze board, and they both can be moving to silver. And Stephen was asking, I think it was about 2 weeks ago, he said, right, how do we structure this? How do we make this work? How do we maximize? Because you know what? You've only got one chance to lay the foundation properly. And Stephen said, oh, okay, can I bring my kids? I said, oh, yeah, you can bring your kids. But there's one thing that you need to do. So Stephen's like, what? He said, each position that you sign up has to be followed by two people that are going to follow the message. And both Vinesh and Stephen have both done that. They bought the kids as I've bought my kids as well. And it's so funny because in the lineage that Stephen and Vinesh are is the lineage with my daughter. I told everybody about 3-4 weeks ago, Chris is going back to basics. I've got my name list going. I've taken my gloves off. I'm in the trenches, guys. I'm in the trenches and I am on a mission. I am on a drive at the moment and I'm going to build a lineage that skriks for nix. Let me tell you, watch the space. Watch the space. I've been busy helping the community, as you guys know, for 8 years. Sorry, not 8 years, 8 months. Feels like 8 years. For 8 months, now it's time that we start putting the oxygen mask on ourselves. And what Stephen and Vinesh are going to do next week is they're going to give us the tools, guys. They're going to give us the tools on what they have done in this short time frame to go from a brand new gifter to going on to the silver board in 3 weeks and 3 days, because it'll be tomorrow. 3 weeks and 3 days. How do you go from a gifter to the silver board? They're going to give you the nuts and bolts. And I'm looking forward to next week, Monday. So guys, have an awesome week. Have an abundant week. Look after yourselves and see you guys on the Zooms. Good night, everybody. Enjoy. Good night and God bless. Goodbye, everybody. Thanks, guys. Love you to bits. Bye, guys.